Pretty much everyone, right? And how many of you expect to have an interview for a job in the future? Probably just about everybody. According to Forbes, the average interview takes about 40 minutes. So you only have 40 minutes to prove that you deserve the job. That's not a lot of time. So it's really important that you're prepared for the interview. And I want to inform you about the interview so you can be better prepared. Interviewing is an important part to just about everyone's career. And it is crucial to prepare for them. In my speech, I will discuss how to dress for an interview, what questions could be asked at an interview, what questions you should ask the interviewer, some general tips and reasons why people don't get the job, and then also how to close your interview. So the first impression you make in an interview is how you look. So what I say is dress to impress your grandma. You want to be conservative in your clothing, and you want to be very professional looking. Make sure your clothes are clean and pressed. Look professional. Shower in the morning. Don't use cologne, perfume, or aftershave. And then brush your teeth before an interview and do not eat or smoke after that. For women, you should wear a dark suit or a skirt with a skirt or pants. Generally a skirt, but pants are becoming more acceptable. I wouldn't wear a skirt personally because I don't like them. Your clothes should fit well. You should wear a conservative blouse. Makeup and nail polish should be understated and again conservative. No flashy jewelry, keep it minimum. Your shoes should be low-heeled, and you should wear hose to match your skin. Usually you should bring an extra pair, and your hair should be conservatively styled. Men should wear a dark suit with a matching jacket and pants, a light dress shirt, a tie, coordinating socks, and dress shoes. A resident in my building actually got denied access to a engineering job fair because he wasn't wearing a suit, so you should definitely have one. Your suit should fit well, so make sure it's not too long, not too baggy. Avoid loud colors and flashy ties, so keep it like white, blues, conservative colors, and your hair again should be conservatively styled. Make sure you're prepared to answer the questions that they might ask you. Some general questions are, tell me about yourself. You should keep it related to the job and the skills you have that relate to the job. What do you know about the work we do? You need to do some research beforehand about the company so you know how to answer that question. It'll look really good if you know like the general statement of the company, just what they do on a day-to-day basis and stuff like that. What is your weakness? Keep it positive, so maybe say that you're trying to improve on your weakness and say how. What are your strengths? You should keep it to the job. And why did you leave your last job? Don't say you were fired or you quit. Make it a positive statement, like it was seasonal employment or my contract ended or I wanted to go back to school, something like that. Why have you been unemployed for so long? You need to be honest about this question. If it's because of school, that's a really good reason, or because you were trying to take care of your family, that's also a good reason. But be honest no matter what the answer is. And why should we hire you? You should say something like you believe you can make a valuable contribution to the company, and make it a really positive statement. That's a big question for you to highlight yourself with. So you need to ask questions. One final question they might ask is if you have any questions for them. And you should ask 2 to 3 questions. I've conducted interviews before with my supervisor for an RA position, and one of our candidates actually asked so many questions that it was very overwhelming. I felt like he asked more questions than I asked. So don't ask too many questions, but definitely seem interested in the job. What are the day-to-day responsibilities of this job? If that's something that you should know, then don't ask that question. But if it's not, it's a good question to ask. How will my responsibilities and performance be measured and by whom? That's basically asking what you're supposed to do and how your supervisor is going to evaluate you. Could you explain your organizational structure? Again, that's about supervising and stuff like that. What computer equipment and software do you use? That's a good question to ask because you might have experience in those softwares and you can mention that. What is the organization's plan for the next 5 years? That's a good question again because it shows that you're interested in continuing to be with the company, not like short-term or anything. When are you going to make a hiring decision? That's also important for your sanity. I've had a couple interviews in the past week, or the past couple weeks, and I've asked that question both times, and I should hear back in the next week, so I know when I'm going to hear back. And what kind of training is provided or available? That's also an important question. Some pitfalls that happen in almost every interview, and these are some reasons why people wouldn't get the job. Most of them are just like sloppy application, that's not professional. Being late is obviously not professional as well. Lack of maturity. Overemphasis on money. I wouldn't mention money during an interview, honestly, because that seems unprofessional and kind of like you already have the job when you don't. Lack of interest or enthusiasm, that's a big one. You need to be interested in the job. Like I said, ask a couple questions. Unwillingness to start at the bottom. You need to be willing to start in an entry-level position and work your way up. And just having a negative attitude, that's also a big one. And then some general tips, practice interviewing. So those questions that I said, those are common questions that you should have answers ready for. Go alone, don't bring your family or your friends or anything. I know as college students we probably would just go alone, but if you have a family in the future, you shouldn't bring them. Greet the employer with a handshake. Your handshake should be firm, it shouldn't be limp or clammy. Make sure your hands are dry, maybe wipe them on your hands before you go in. I actually researched some sort of handshakes, and one of them is called the grandma or the politician, and the politician is you go like this, you pat their back. And that's okay, but you should just have a firm handshake with just your hand. Smile, be polite, and try to relax. That'll show that you're confident in yourself. Answer questions directly. Don't be around the bush. If there's something that you're trying to hide, they're going to know that. Be upbeat and enthusiastic, obviously. Arrive early so that if you can get in early, that's good, and they see that you're a prompt person. Have copies of your resume ready. That's just being prepared. Leave personal items in your car at home, so don't bring your backpack or stuff like that. Obviously, you can bring a bag if you have to carry your keys or something, but don't bring excessive personal items. And then turn off your phone so it doesn't ring when the interviewer interrupts you. And then be respectful in closing. You need to thank the interviewers for their time. They're taking time out of their day to interview you. Request a business card or contact information. That's if you have any questions after the interview, or also to send your thank you card 2 to 3 days later. And make sure they have your contact information as well, so they can contact you about the job. They probably will, but you should make sure that it's correct. And then shake hands when you leave. So that's pretty much it. In conclusion, interviewing for a job is an important part of almost everyone's career, and being prepared can determine if you get the job or not. Are there any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.